AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. You know who we be. We in the building.
Ball suckers.
Keep it. Let's get right to business, but we ain't playing today. Little good news out there, old boy.
A lot of good news. I don't know about little. A lot of good news.
You feeling like that? Okay.
I feel much better from yesterday. Yeah, I feel much better.
I can't wait to see your reaction on this one. Man, oh man.
We get the guy that dunked on LeBron on our team. I'm ecstatic. Let's go.
Listen, man. The New York Knicks. Guess they're not playing around. And if we talking about them Knicks, y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all. We in the building.
Hey, Fabian, I need a favor. I can't see the chat, so when the ladies pull up, please hold. Is that the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant? Is that Darlene Bryant already in the building? One of the ladies of AllBall TV. Big shout out to the ladies, man. Darlene Bryant, good evening, fellas. I know the drill. Put the thumbs up, put a heart. Please speak to the ladies and be very respectful. Darlene Bryant, good evening, beautiful. Yeah, I feel good today. Let's go.
Yeah. Kidding me? King Speed, what's going on? Jay Cruz, everybody in the building. Monkey Wrench, Jay Cruz, man. You be showing wild love. Young and Beats, seeing you around. I see you FYF guys in the building.
Hold on, Fabian. Big shout out to the whole chat. Big shout out to the fellas that show love to the ladies. I love, when y'all do show them love, y'all get a heart, a thumbs up, y'all speak to them. I really appreciate that. We love all of y'all in the chat. And if I could shout out everybody, I would. But thank you all. The fellas as well, man. All of y'all show love, man. Appreciate you.
Come on, man. You got the AllBall love out here in the building. It's a feeling in the air. We feeling better today, AllBall, as you say. That's what you tell me. Huh?
That was AI yesterday. I don't know who that was. I wasn't around yesterday. I wasn't even in town. That was the AI AllBall that was throwing a fit yesterday. This is me.
In the building. Listen, man. Let's get right into it. The New York Knicks. Yeah, man. Them Knicks. They go back and hop on the time machine and they signed Jordan. They got a Jordan, AllBall.
Yeah, we got the other Jordan. Yeah.
What you talking about,
we
man?
We finally got Jordan, y'all. It's not a rumor. Remember, they said he thought about leaving Chicago and coming to New York. We got him, y'all. We got to go.
Come on, man. The Knicks signed Jordan Clarkson away from the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are, I don't know, who the hell knows what they're doing. I'm trying to get the official numbers. I'll get to them in a second. Oh, here we go. 2 years, $11.2 million. Come on now. It's not a game out here in these streets. 2 years for $11.2 million. Come on. That ain't quite SGA money. SGA's out here getting peeling 70, AllBall. Jesus Louises. And of course, you gotta forgive me. I gotta hear your name being called out a little bit more often. Our guy.
My favorite signing. No, we call him the guy that dunked on Fabian. His name is the guy that dunked on LeBron James. That's his name.
We. You know he did it for France. We. Oh man, speaking of LeBron, Jesus Christ. We got more LeBron news in a second. Y'all thought we were bugging. What they say, oh boy? Oh, y'all think you're in New York, you always gassed up, and now you know how they do. They be watching. You see y'all, Corey Lee in the building. Peace and salute. Queens is in the building. Queens get the money, Fabian and AllBall. You already know. Corey Lee was trying to get at you yesterday, man. He's trying to calm you down, trying to get on your nerves, AllBall, but I couldn't. The super chats are weird now on stream, y'all, man. Forgive me. So the way I gotta, click on them, it's a whole rigmarole. Corey Lee, appreciate all the love you always show, man. But the New York Knicks new signing, we got. You say he's a Frenchman. Gershon. Gershon is mad French. Gershon dunked on your punk ass. Gave you the croissant, LeBron. What you gonna do? Oh, boy, how we feeling about this? Compared to our bench players from last year, you see the thumbnail, first class seats on the bench now, baby.
I feel much better. This is what I'm talking about. We said it yesterday. There were moves that had to be made. There were a lot of players out there that we needed, and there were a lot of holes that had to be filled. Pause. And listen, Jordan Clarkson, that's legit coming off the bench. Firepower. Easy. You can put the ball in his hands. He can get you a bucket. He can shoot from three, get to the basket, hit free throws. He's been legit his whole career in that position. And then we get my guy, the Frenchman, the guy who dunked on LeBron. That's what I'm naming. Listen, if I'm him, I'm changing my name legally. Like how Ron Artest is not Meta World Peace, his name should be I dunked on LeBron James. That's what I'm calling. We have another guy to come off the bench. That's legit. Hopefully he lose a little weight, get in some shape. He's tough. He's mentally tough. Like I said, could put the ball in the basket, can shoot the three. Now, it depends on the coach because our bench can be super legit, depending on if you're going to start Mitchell Robinson or Josh Hart. So for me, and then let's not forget we still got Deuce. Listen, I think this is another step forward to winning the championship. We had to make these moves. We complained all season, all year about the bench. No help on the bench. Well, we got a legit guy, Jordan Clarkson. We got another legit Frenchman that just boosted up our bench. And he gives us some size off the bench. Think about it. Deuce is what? Maybe 6'1"? Pressures in them don't get no burn. So for me, this is just a super upgrade for the bench that we desperately needed. I love the moves. It didn't cost us much. That's what I love. It didn't really cost us anything. We didn't have to give nobody away. We didn't have to give up we didn't. So for me, I love this move. I think I said it the other day. I panicked, but our Knicks didn't panic. They laid low in the cut, and we made two right moves so far. I think we still maybe got another one or two to make, but I'm ecstatic. I love these two moves. I love it.
Well, it's definitely better news than what we were hearing yesterday. I think we still believe, the Knicks are trying to make a big move. But until we hear any other pending news or, they confirm any of the pending news, we have to just be content with the fact that look what our bench was last year. And you know how I talk about 2 seasons ago, everybody thinks I'm bugging, you included, Flea included. The 8th guy off our bench was Quentin Grimes. So everybody that's so ecstatic, I have to join y'all because we're getting closer to that point where you got this guy, the Frenchman, Gerger, a.k.a. dunked on Braun on the back of his jersey. He looks kind of like Huck Porty. So maybe you give Huck Porty someone to look up to follow his style, Olympic guy, Not scared of the moment, obviously. These are the little things, intangibles that we see with guys that sometimes we overlook. A lot of people can overrate, but I think he got better at shooting the three, and he's young. He dunks. He has flair, and we need that in the Garden. J.R. Smith brought that to the Garden. We just didn't have the total package, with that team. But if we did, it's those are the momentum swingers that they bring us and make it live. They make it live. The Jordan Clarkson thing. I don't know if I wanted him over Schroeder. Schroeder was balling with the Nets.
Yeah, but just real quick, look how much Schroeder was going to cost.
I didn't even see his contract. Did you see his contract?
Yeah, I think it's 3 years, 40, almost 50 million or something like that.
Oh, forget what I said.
Remember, exactly. And remember, we still got room. We can still get a legit backup point guard. Like I say, you still got guys like Brogdon and certain other ballers out there. So as much as I would have loved Schroeder, I agree. It would have cost too much. Like I said, my thing is, I'm trying to get as much as possible for as little as possible. And even if we are loading up for the big dogs to make a big splash, it's not going to hurt as much. So I agree with you. I would have loved Schroeder, but I think these two moves was perfect because it still gives us room to still get to still make other moves and get other players.
I think that's the perfect way to put it, because that's all we talk about is maximizing everything. We always refer to Kobe Bryant. I'm the one who always says, I don't know if Kobe's he's not in my GOAT class, but as far as someone that we should be emulating, I always mention him, Derrick Rose, Grant Hill, the guys that we overlook that are not going to be in it. Moses Malone, guys that are just overachievers to me, that they just put their head down and they played basketball. They played their game. Jordan Clarkson, he can be a knucklehead though too, like the way he chucks the ball. But if with a guy like Mike Brown, I think that's the one thing that he tries to really push with the kids, with the players on his teams. The one thing about Mike Brown that always stood out was that he was hard on his players. Remember him, and as much as these players want to come out and say, like De'Aaron Fox said, oh, no, it ain't nothing between me and Mike Brown. That was a lie. You know how they lie, all the players lie, the coaches lie, the numbers lie, everybody lies. But Mike Brown seems to be an honest person. He's been to a finals with the Cavaliers by a head coach, and he was on as an assistant coach. So much so, he did what we wanted Thibodeau to do. Why can't you be an assistant coach and learn and expand, evolve your offensive game strategy? Mike Brown did that. He was known as primarily a defensive dude. So for him to come out and help out a De'Aaron Fox, the herders of the world, hopefully we see that with Jordan Clarkson falling into place. Some people were talking about him being a two guard. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Mikal Bridges is a starting two guard. Mikal Bridges being able to play alongside of Jordan Clarkson. Who else? We got OG, Jordan Clarkson. And also what I like about Jordan Clarkson, how tall is he?
I would say probably maybe 6'2", 6'3".
Really?
Is he taller than that?
I thought he was like 6'5".
I hope so.
Oh, he's 6'3". Damn, I thought he was like 6'5".
Right. See, I mean, well, you gotta look at it like this. Jordan Clarkson is a guy that late in games, at the end of games, big moments. Remember, he's a guy that you gotta respect him. He can knock down big shots. He's been around for a while. He knows the game. He can hit down. He can knock down free throws. So to me, that's also something we was missing. You got to think about it. In clutch times, Brunson is really the only person that you're going to depend on. You're not really going to give Bridges or OG, and then, like I said, Cat can get the ball, but now we have another guy that you have to defend down the stretch. Fabian, think about it. Look at the two teams that was in the NBA Finals, OKC and Indiana. Look how deep those teams was. Those teams was 9-10 deep, legit. Everybody was getting minutes. So I think us adding these two players, that's why even though I would have loved Dennis Schroeder, we might have not have been able to do much after that. Like, now we can have legit 9-10 guys where, like you said, it was games with Indiana where Halliburton and them guys wasn't even playing 35 minutes. So as long as we get a coach that can get guys to believe in the bigger picture, don't worry about your stats, don't worry about your all NBAs, don't worry about none of that. Let's go win a championship. And if we could be fresh in the playoffs, to me, that's what it's all about. It's about winning the championship. And we just watched OKC win a championship being 8, 9, 10 deep. And if Halliburton didn't go down, Indiana had an official chance to be champions. And look how deep they went into the bench. That's what we have to do. And I think adding these two, and then now we still have Huck Purdy. I would love to keep Shamit, to be honest with you. I think we definitely going to lose Precious. I don't think we keeping campaign. So for me, I think these two moves is bigger than what people making it out to be. It ain't about the names, even though I love the two additions, but it's also about making us deeper because that's what the NBA is today. Look what Houston did. Look what Atlanta's doing. Yeah, they're adding great players, but they're getting deep. It ain't no more 6, 7, 8 guys. This shit is 9, 10 guys. You're not winning with 6, 7, 8 guys no more. So I think this is us now coming into the modern day, which Tibbs had a problem doing. Tibbs is not going to play 8, 9, 10 guys. I'm sorry. So I love it. I love it.
And yeah, you made a great point that I was circling around to. Jordan Clarkson, I think he's just a streaky guy, but I think me and Flea confirmed it for me yesterday that I actually made sense for once. You know, respected, campaign. He is who I thought he was, right? He's the 8th, 9th man off a bench. He's really just should be playing in, a blowout game, something like that. Jordan Clarkson plays heavy minutes. Trying to think how many playoff games he played. Jordan Clarkson has played in 43 playoff games. He's never started. He's averaged 11 points per game. Shoots 41% from the field. Last time he was in there was in the 22 playoffs. He averaged 17 points per game, 28 minutes. So his biggest flaw is the 3-point shooting, but he can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. And that's what we were missing last season, along with the screen setting. Once you got guys that can dribble, handoff, and screen set, I think that's what Jordan Clarkson can do. Doesn't need a screen, doesn't need somebody else to create his own opportunity. And that's what's going to be even more dynamic for Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, a guy who can go to the basket, dive, and drag the defense in there to create more one-on-one opportunity, more open shots for our big stars. And getting back to the French guy, Gerger, defensively, he's versatile. I think he's 6'7" or 6'8", and it's a big body. He may be able to set the screens that I've been looking for that I missed from the last 2 seasons. Karl Anthony Towns is not a great screen setter. Nobody else can set a screen like that on his team. And if he can do that if it is Mike Brown and Jordan Borrego on the bench, Brown was coaching Sacramento, assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors. You need to set screens in this era to be able to pick on the weak defender and isolate them on the offensive end. Pick on them guys. Pick on the guys that are hurt. If their star player is hurt, set 3,000 screens on them. Make them work. Make them work. They have to exploit that. And I think with this guy, I didn't realize he was 29 years old. He's been in the league. This is only his 3rd season. He played for the Celtics a couple years back in the 2017-18 season, 2018-2019 season, and that Olympic run is what got him the hype and got him into the NBA now. So talking about a 29-year-old, now we got some experience. He got some international experience. We're on our way. We're on our way. And we just saw the OKC Thunder. All they had was Caruso with the championship experience, right? Are we missing somebody with championship experience? But you know, this kind of experience and an underdog like Gerger over here, oh boy, it could take us to the next level.
Well, I think we're keeping PJ Tucker, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, they weren't.
Oh, okay. I like Gerger because and he gives us size off the bench. Maybe he's 6'7", maybe 6'8". Like I said, I just love the moves. It's making the Knicks. We're now catching up to what the game is today. Teams are deep, teams are versatile, and you have to have guys that can do it all. Gerger and Jordan Clarkson are two more ball handlers. Remember, that was our problem as well. We had one ball handler, that was Brunson. You can't give OG the ball and bring him. Like I said, Bridges brought it up here and there, but he seemed a little shy and timid to even want to do that. So now we also add two more things that we needed desperately, which is ball handlers. So for me, this is moving way into the right direction. And people don't understand this is why Tibbs was fired. Because these are things that he didn't even think about wanting to do. If it was up to Tibbs, he would go right back into the this season coming up with the same guys. And will literally play the same style of basketball. It will literally play the same way in which the way he coaches, the way he doesn't use the bench, the way he runs guys into the ground. So this is another reason why they had to let Tibbs go, because just imagine you have these additions and then you don't use them. So for me now, the coach is very important because there's no excuse. The pieces are there. The talent is there. Now, are we loading up to maybe go for the big splash? I don't know. But adding as much players as possible is great, because even if we do go for the big splash, we still have guys locked in. So for me, I just think this is a win-win. I know a lot of people that are Knicks haters, are going to say this doesn't mean anything. But for me, this means a lot. And I love that, the front office didn't let us down. We said yesterday, a lot of players out there. And we actually got the players we needed, and we got them for the low, for the cheap. We can still make other moves. So for me, I'm ecstatic, man. I'm ecstatic, bro.
I think we have every reason to be. Corey Lee, appreciate you again. This offseason, Leon and the crew are in the grocery store early. The front office is trying to get Kid away from Dallas. That's the major move, AllBall. Facts. I don't know, but I think
Fabian,
we should be sailed.
Well, we didn't hear anything about an extension yet. Yeah. Like, let's be realistic. I know we're hoping, right? I know it's far-fetched to people, but Kid didn't sign an extension yet. Everybody else we went after signed their extension. Dallas got the #1 pick. They just got D'Angelo Russell. Like, they making moves. Jason Kidd still did not sign an extension. What is holding that up? So for me, that door isn't closed until it's fully closed. That's the coach we want, and I think we are doing our due diligence behind the scenes. Excuse me. And that's why I told y'all, until we hear Dallas come out and say, okay, the news, the report is out, Kidd signed an extension, I still think we behind the scenes trying to get Jason Kidd.
He goes, Esco Medi. Oh, brother, you don't need to set screens. Just ask the Golden State Warriors. They run the fewest screens in the NBA and got 4 titles. Yada, yada, yada. You understand who Steph Curry is? What does he do? Run off ball. And what are they doing for him? Is he standing around?
They set the most illegal screens ever. What are you talking about?
Of all time. What is Draymond Green known for? Come on, man. And they're different. And those are different style of players than Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. Again, if you new to us over here, Echo Medi. So you said Esco, but say Esco, I'll cut you some slack. Shout out to Nas bringing the casino to Queens. I don't care how y'all feel about that. Big Queens, big Queensbridge, big Nas, big Esco energy. Fuck y'all. But But that's what they needed. 2 seasons ago, we had Hartenstein, Randall, Mitchell Robinson. These guys were setting screens, bro. That big guy, Gerger. Yeah, we messing his name up. Sorry, Monkey Wrench was making fun of us in the chat. That's what we do. In real time, we ain't scared of nothing. Oh, boy. We do have some coaching news. They're all saying the same thing. They're all saying the same thing. The heir apparent to Tom Thibodeau is looking like Mike Brown is now widely regarded as the favorite to be the Knicks head coach, as per the Steinline's latest newsletter. Mark Stein, who used to work for ESPN, is, I guess, confirming this. But the one thing about this that's also tricky, the interviewing James Borrego over there from the Pelicans. So we can see him as an assistant coach. If that's the case, I love this pairing, AllBall. At first, I wanted to throw up, got a little sick about it, but James Borrego, not known for his defense over there in Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did with the Pelicans too, but he was an assistant. Offensive style. Mike Brown was known for his defensive style. That's all we ever talk about. Why didn't Mike D'Antoni have a defensive coordinator over there like they do in football? You just, offensive guru. Bro, go get some help. We've seen Iman Shumpert and Baron Davis, T-Mac, and these guys who were on the bench the last season that we were trying to get LeBron. They were sitting there like, yo, we have a chance. T-Mac sat there and told, what was it, Baron Davis, somebody, yo, we got a chance to win. Oh, no, what's my guy? Al Harrington. T-Mac told Al Harrington, yo, I think we got a chance over here. Harrington was like, nah, bro. This shit is trash over here. Don't get your hopes up. So that's because of Mike D'Antoni. The things that stand out with him, he gets along with the kids, AllBall. Both of these guys are known to nurture the youngins. They nurture the young pups.
We ain't got no youngins, man. So stop saying that, man. Ain't no kids over here.
Nah. Well, see, now that's the other thing I wanted to talk about that nobody's really talking about. How much are the Knicks believing in the kids? Kolick, Pacome, Dadier, Huck Purdy. How much are we believing in them that we're not making these major moves? I understand that we're saying that we're going to put them on reserve to trade for Giannis and whoever else, but is it possible that we keep one or two of them and we got two guys in James Borrego, Mike Brown, who's cool with them, who can speak to these young guys in the modern day era, as you talk about?
Just real quick, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. I seen her name highlighted. Tori B is officially in the building. Fellas, thumbs up, put the hearts. Please speak to the beautiful ladies. Tori B, what's good? Well, I mean, Huck Purdy was getting in the game and he was doing his thing. So, he was getting the love. He was getting playing time. As much as we like Kolick, listen, until he's able to defend just a little bit, it's going to be tough to put him on the floor, especially if it's going to be close games and games that matter. Like, we have to start being honest. We ain't trying to win a championship. So, you really don't have time to bring the kids along. Not calling them kids, but I'm just saying, listen, I like Mike Brown. I don't love Mike Brown, right?
Right.
Only way I would like Mike Brown to be our coach is if he has immaculate staff. I do not want Mike Brown to be just solely that guy. No, seriously. If he could have a legit coaching staff, then I would love Mike Brown over him. But if he doesn't have a great coaching staff, a la what Tom Thibodeau had, I'm being honest, I think it's going to be a disaster. I think Mike Brown needs help coaching, especially now being in New York City. That's just my opinion. He's a nice guy. Seems like he could get ran over at times. Sometimes you could be too nice. So for me, I'm not in love with it. I respect it. But like I said, I want to see what's his coaching staff going to be like. I would love a vet over there with him. I would love maybe a young guy to mix it up with some of the guys to be relatable. But I want to see who his coaching staff is going to be if he's going to be the head coach, because I'm not in love with Mike Brown. I'm sorry. He's cool. But like I said, if he got a nice coaching staff, then I go along with it.
Oh boy. Here's some news that hit the wire. Mark Stein with the Stein line has learned that Rick Brunson, father of the Knicks star Jalen Brunson, is expected to remain part of the Knicks coaching staff. Same is expected for some other key holdovers from Thibodeau's staff.
Let me say this. I have no problem with Rick Brunson staying on the staff. And let me explain why. He's the reason his son is here. Let's be realistic. Rick Brunson is the reason Jalen Brunson is in a New York Knicks uniform. You have to honor and respect that. What I told y'all when the Memphis Grizzlies staff threw out John Morant's father. If I'm John Morant, I don't care what my father did. Trade me. If I'm Jalen Brunson, I wish you would get rid of my father. I wish the fuck you would. So I understand that. We ain't got to like it, but you better respect it. But them other motherfuckers, excuse my language, get them out of here. I'm not even saying their names. They don't deserve to be. Get them out of here. Nobody should be around from the coaching staff except Rick Brunson. Get them other niggas out of here. And this is what I'm saying. This is where Dolan drives us crazy. The front office. Get them niggas out of here, bro. I told y'all. I don't want to be disrespectful. Let me calm down. I understand why Rick Brunson would have to stay. I understand it. You cannot ruffle the feathers of your superstar player. It's just not smart to do. I don't care what nobody says. It's not smart to do. We're trying to win a championship. We need that young man. He's the best player on our team. I used to think it was Cat. Everybody know where Brunson's staying. Jalen Brunson is the best player on the New York Knicks. It's not even close. Is Cat the most talented? Yes. At that height, at that size, to be able to do what he can do offensively? Yes. But the best player is Jalen Brunson. And what do you do when you want to keep your guy happy? You do what he says. That's life. And especially in sports. So for me, I have no problem with Rick Brunson staying on the coaching staff. As long as he's like the fourth assistant. He does not need to be the lead assistant up to the coach. But all the other guys that I will never name, I wish I would never see them ever again in life. I'm blocking all of them on all social media. I don't want to see their faces anywhere. I don't want them to mistakenly get on my algorithm. None of that. Whoever has their last name, I'm blocking them. You ain't even got to be related to them. Get all the motherfuckers out of there. Come on, man. We trying to win. Facts.
You shit out of luck, Al Harrington. You blocked. Hold on. Who got Mo Cheeks' last name? Jody Cheeks. You shit out of luck, Jody Cheeks.
Listen. If your name is Maurice or your name is Cheeks, blocked. If your name is Othello or Harrington, blocked. I ain't got to know you. You ain't got to. I don't want to have nothing to do with any of those names ever in life. Ever. Ever. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, people in the chat. If you have a family member that's that name, block their ass. We blocking everything that got anything to do with them names. Come on, man.
Our prosperity is at the helm. Othello Harrington, you will feel the shade. Mo Cheeks. Matt Barnes is still cursing out Mo Cheeks 30 years later. I don't know what you did to that man, but he still got beef with you. He said he spoke to him the wrong way when they had practice. Matt Barnes was like, yo, it's still fuck you. I said, oh shit, Matt Barnes, for the first time I agree with you in my life. Can you please go kick his ass so he never has to show up at the Garden again? Please, Matt. Derek Fisher, right now.
The New York Knicks had the worst coaching staff in sports history. I'm talking about all sports. High school basketball, college sports, college baseball. The New York Knicks had the worst coaching staff in sports history.
Cricket.
My coaching staff in high school basketball was better than that coaching staff. Are you kidding me? WNBA coaching staffs were better than the Knicks coaching staff. Come on, man. Come on. I seen female college softball teams better than our coaching staff. That shit was horrendous. Horrendous. I thought I might have seen Maurice Cheeks sleep one time on the bench. Name me one time did y'all see our coaching staff standing up besides Rick Brunson, Othello Harrington, and Maurice Cheeks all season. Show me a clip of them motherfuckers standing up in the huddle, in the timeout, or even speaking to any of the players. Show me a fucking clip. And if you can show me a clip, show me 2 or 3. It's 82 games in a season, and it's playoff games. So over 100 games, them motherfuckers might have stood up and spoke to the players maybe twice. Get them niggas the fuck out of here, man. We trying to win. Fuck out of here.
Yo, man. In all seriousness, and he is serious, by the way, because I second that 1,000%.
Dead serious.
You made a great point. You can't piss off Brunson. He already gave back $100 million. Like, let's if LeBron is recouping some of the 8 and the 52 he just copped this summer, he got the 8 for his son. If he could recoup, Jalen gave up money for this. So you can't get rid of the coach who he's known his whole life, and then his father's the one that got him in the game. At this point, like you said, he brought him over here, and I gave him his kudos. I'm always going to give him his kudos, but that's why the James Borrega deal is a big deal, because that guy, it seems to me, he knows he's had coaching experience. And again, these are guys that they want to be a coach. If it's different when that's what I was saying about Brunson being on the court. He's a number one. He wants to be a number one. It's different when you got a Luka, established number one. Julius Randle used to be a number one on the Knicks. You come through, Randle's like, yo, team is all yours, bro. But you know he wants to be a number one. That's different because his personality says so. That's my issue with Cat. Cat acts like he's the Rick Brunson of players on the coaching staff. When you have a coach that is now a Julius Randle type personality, Luka type personality, along with being productive and being consistent and having some sort of knowledge on the and can contribute from the sideline, it puts pressure on the coach. Like, yo, hold on, this guy might want my job. It keeps them on their P's and Q's. You know, Bill Belichick was you hate Bill Belichick. He had 1,000 assistants get a job. They were all bums. What the hell did you do to your phone, AllBall?
Oh, I don't know what happened.
You might have to go in and come back out. You over here doing somersaults on the screen. In the meantime, Best Buy, appreciate the $19.99. Please keep this in mind. Analysts are reporting Mike Brown would be the next Joe Torre to the Knicks.
Is that better?
Way better. Even more clear now. That's crazy. Please keep this in mind. Analysts are reporting Mike Brown would be the next Joe Torre to the Knicks. I think there is a power move. There are some similarities, but these men are we really need to get this coaching correct. I absolutely agree with that because we have to get it correct. The earlier part of your statement, I'm not sure of, because Joe Torre replaced what's his name, Schultz, right? Forgot his name, Bobby Schultz Buck Showalter, who was supposed to be hard nosed. Then they replaced Joe Torre with Joe Girardi. So in baseball, that's well known that when you have a tough nosed manager and you firing him or letting him go, you replace him with a laid back manager. And in basketball, it could be the same thing. I'm not sure how far off Mike Brown is from Tom Thibodeau as far as putting pressure on his players, but AllBall already hit it on the nose. That's been my issue with Mike Brown. For some reason, he seems too nice to me. As tough nose as much he might speak up, I don't know how tough you are in the foxhole, late game situations. I don't know how great you are adjusting in real time under real pressure. AllBall.
But I'm gonna say this about Mike Brown, which is I think could be a positive for our players. He brings that experience from watching a well-oiled machine in Golden State. So what he can bring into the locker room, into the organization is go, yo, I watched how they operated. I watched, the type of players they went for and drafted or traded for. I watched how Kerr coached. I watched how the team, you can't pay for experience. That experience Mike Brown has on the sideline with the Golden State Warriors is priceless. So if he can bring that to us and help Brunson and Cat understand, like, hey, if you guys play like this and do this and act like this or whatever it may be, we will win a championship because I have the experience. I watched it. I was firsthand there. Like I said, that's why I told you my dream coach was Steve Kerr. What the Golden State Warriors have done, coming from nothing, trash, to being not only one of the greatest organizations, but multiple championships and now one of the richest franchises in sports. Bruh, he experienced that. So I think that's a positive that I think Mike Brown can have on the players to say, hey, I was around Curry and them guys. Listen, this is what they did. The preparation, the practices, whatever it is. Like I said, but also him with a strong coaching staff, I think that's what would make Mike Brown a great head coach for the New York Knicks. Because once again, this is New York City. And as much as I didn't like Tibbs, he knew how to deal with it and handle it. Mike Brown, I never met him, don't know him, don't have no insiders that do know him. But just from the outside looking in, he's a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. But me as Knicks, us as Knicks fans, we're nice about nothing. We don't want nice. We want to fucking win. Right? So that's why I say with him, it depends on the coaching staff. I will love a Rondo on the coaching staff. I will love young guy Van Gundy on the coaching staff, even the guy that you just said. So I just think the coaching staff, right? If we could build an all-star coaching staff along with Mike Brown, and like I said, his experience with what he went through with Golden State, him also coaching LeBron James in Cleveland, like all that experience you can't pay for. If he could bring that on to the Knicks and help us win a championship, I'm all for it. But I don't want nobody coming over here being cool, trying to be fun, trying to be nice. No, let's hold people accountable and let's go win this goddamn championship.
That was my thing with Tibbs. Like, he always did impress me just by speaking. Like, the fact that he knew he was hated and he still took the podium. He just didn't seem like he knew he was hated. Like, he was okay with it. And it's hard being a superstar. It's hard with all eyes on you. That's why I try to keep myself private as much as possible. This thing is even kind of like out of the realm for me to be on, broadcasting us. And I know you feel the same way about yourself. But Tibbs was comfortable with that in New York City. And the Knicks might be telling other coaches, like, Rick Brunson's going to be on that bench. That might, who knows, that might have deterred someone like a Steve Kerr from even calling him. He might have got that. He might have sent them Knicks a message early on, like, yo, not happening. You can't control who's on my bench. I'm Steve Kerr. I got 4 rings. You're not telling me who could be on my damn coaching staff, AllBall.
I mean, I hear you, but I think that's a bit far-fetched if, a coach is turning down a great opportunity and a great job because, the team is going, hey, our best player father should remain on the coaching staff. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that should be a problem. So for me, that's the same thing as Steve Kerr coming somewhere and bringing his son with him and going, hey, my son is on the coaching staff. What experience does he have? Who he coached? So for me, these are things that as adults and as professionals shouldn't even be discussed. I think certain things is just a given. Certain things you ain't gonna be able to get around. Like I said, Brunson is our best player. Why would we want to do anything to upset him? So for me, I just think I've been saying it. This job is sexy, and everybody laughed at me. And it's so sexy that when we went after coaches, what did the teams do? Oh, give him an extension, because they will leave. Yeah. You think Udoka won't come coach the Knicks? Yeah. You think the other coaches won't coach the Knicks? They're lit. Like, cut the jokes. They were so frightened that they gave them guys extensions immediately. Oh no, shut that down. So, for me,
great point.
We're taking our time, and I've been saying this for the last couple shows. The coach we didn't have to get right away. We have to take our time because we have to get it so correct. And like I told y'all, if this was the 3rd week in August, then I would be panicking. But we're in July 1st. So I think right now, I told y'all, all of other interviews, all that shit was game. We ain't interviewing all them people. We are behind the scenes. I think still trying to get J Kidd. And if that doesn't fall through, this is why Mike Brown is in the forefront. I think that's the backup plan. But I think still we are trying to pull J Kidd from Dallas. Dallas is in a tough spot. Like I said, they didn't give him an extension yet. So for me, if we don't get J Kidd, I don't mind Mike Brown as long. I'm going to keep saying it. I need him to have a great coaching staff. That's the only way this thing is going to work. Mike Brown is not going to be able to coach this team by himself. Not the New York Knicks. Y'all see what goes on after them games. So for me, I just like that we're taking our time with the coaching thing. We ain't just jumping out the window. And like I told y'all, it has to be a certain person to coach us. Can't be anybody, bro. It just can't be.
Absolutely. Corey Lee, appreciate you again. Rick Brunson is front office. Is the front office inside man. 1,000,000%. He's also, our star players. Father. As a father. You made a great point, AllBall, about that, by the way. Just, it is what it is. We live in a different world now. We live in a different world. LeBron's playing with his son out here on the court, bro. So
come on, bro.
Danny Ainge went and got his son from the Celtics to go work with him with the Jazz.
Come on.
Everything's happening on the low. The Detroit Pistons had a crazy. So they talk about what's that called when you hire nepotism. Detroit Pistons has some crazy nepotism rigmarole going on over there. Donald Cannon, appreciate you, my brother, with your $4.99. He said, AllBall, block everyone, even if you were born in a city. Block. Y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. All the comments. We know some of y'all won't get us, and we don't care. If you can't laugh while watching basketball and talking about basketball, you ain't even got to walk out the door. Just click off the video. We don't care. We don't care about none of y'all. Straight up. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold up. You can't just drop in the building. You think I don't see you? You think I don't hear? What's that? We live.
Big Flea. The fucking biggest. The biggest.
He's in the building.
You've been letting this curly haired nigga play around for the last 48 minutes. Hold on, let me get my ass in the house.
Nigga, hey, hold on, nigga. You lucky your name ain't one of the names on the coaching staff, nigga. You'd have been blocked on this shit. You lucky your name is
Flea Harrington. Flea Harrington. Hold on. Flea Cheeks.
Hey, Flea. Colin is real close to Cheeks. You lucky, motherfucker. Yeah. What's good, my brother?
No,
Colin Cheeks is crazy.
Colin Cheeks is good. Wait a minute.
It starts with a C. They both start with C.
Colin Cheeks is crazy. Nah. We gotta never say that again. That was crazy.
He put your government out there, man.
He did. It's all right.
I'm so sorry. My government.
Come on now.
My government name is Tucson.
Come on now.
No, it's too late.
We
didn't call you Tucson Cheeks. What's wrong with you?
They both start. They both start with C.
Yo, Flea, you ready? We're gonna make a little what do you call that, transition? You gonna hate this one.
The biggest is here.
There you go.
The
There you
biggest
go.
is fucking here, y'all.
Oh,
Let's go.
oh, what a perfect landing spot.
Let's go.
Yo, boy, you know Flea be trying to get on our nerves every episode. He's been laughing at us about the Tom Thibodeau. What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? Cause he's been right for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And you
2
know,
weeks out of 2.5, 3 years with y'all, I'll take it. 2 weeks of being right, I'll take it. Y'all
you came in,
what up, man?
no, you come in way too confident, like way too. But now, remember, he laughed at us. Y'all always exaggerating, making stuff up. But now we got media members that roll with the Knicks every single day. They get checks from the Knicks. Yeah, that's why they can't speak too greasy about them. I know. I'm aware.
Hahn,
I love
Frank
you, Monica.
Isola, all them niggas running around on the payroll.
Nah, Frank Isola works for the Nets. He's a chump.
Oh, he worked for the Nets. You're right.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Hold on a second. Let me take some words back. Hold on a second. Let me put my business tie on. Hopefully, Nets. Great job of being trash.
536 people in the building. We appreciate everybody that is in the building tonight. I know I'm late, but I'm here.
I see 606, but who's counting?
But who the hell is counting?
Back to business. Oh boy,
y'all. Miss my brother.
Flea. We've been talking about it. We've been saying it for years.
I've been locked in.
What's the time? How long is homie gonna stay over there in LA? He ain't looking over here on this side of the waters. Yeah, all right. Alan Hahn. Yeah. Little slick back hair, got your suit on every day. Now he put the polo shirt on. He wants to enter the dark waters. It's off season, so they want to get into the bochinche, Flea.
I got a text this morning from a friend of mine in the league.
Okay.
And he's like, I got something to talk about. When can you talk? And I was like, well, call me now. And he calls me and he's like, what makes you think that this is only a leverage play? And I said, because he's done this before. He's used the Knicks before. This has happened before. He goes, right. And in those other situations, were the Knicks ready to win with him? I said, no. He's like, are they ready to win now? I said, yeah. He goes, and you've seen the East, right? You see what's happening in the East, right? Yeah. If LeBron went to the Knicks, would they be title contenders? I said, they already are.
Right.
Because would they be even closer? I said, of course. So he's like, and what does LeBron love more than anything? I was like, well, he loves attention.
Right.
He's like, but he also loves to control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite thing is his narrative. If this is his farewell tour coming up, what better place to do it than the Mecca? What better place to do it than on a team that hasn't won in a half century in an East that is basically everyone's laying out.
Listen, they're
the Pacers just lost Miles Turner, clear, and they let him go, which means clearly they are not trying to win next year without Tyrese Halliburton. You have the Bucks who did what they did. Now Giannis is not happy; he could be leaving. Boston's making it clear they're letting everybody go. There's no real contenders right now in the coming year in the East other than the New York Knicks. So if there's ever a time for LeBron to have the narrative of, I'm going out with a chip and I'm doing it in the place that no one can win one, that it has been impossible to do, that's the story that he leaves with. And it's like, oh, my God. Yeah. That's actually a real thing.
Alan Hahn. You listen.
Is that Don Juan LaGreca? Was that Don LaGreca?
Don't interrupt me, please.
Is that Alan Don Juan?
No, nah.
Yo, listen, man.
Hold on, Flea. Alan Hahn, you bum. Stop saying that you don't listen to AllBall TV. Stop quoting AllBall directly. Where is the best place to win? There's no place like this. If you win here, this is the ultimate farewell tour. Not LA, not Chicago, not Boston, not Miami, not Paris. None of that. You better come join that French guy that yammed it on your ass, Bron. Oh, boy. Your man just quoted you directly. How are we feeling about this? It's in the air now. Now the media, ESPN media, Knicks media is now saying that LeBron James is trying to get his way to New York City, allegedly.
Flea. Yeah.
Yes.
Flea asked us a question yesterday about a trade. And y'all know how I feel about LeBron. If LeBron James, and I've been saying this, for a while, right? And my brothers can attest to this. I said, whoever comes and wins the championship for the New York Knicks will be regarded. It'll be insane. If LeBron James wins his 5th championship with the New York Knicks, can't believe I'm about to say this shit. He will be the greatest of all time.
Oh, shit.
If LeBron James brings a championship to the New York Knicks and he plays at this level, I will have to call him the greatest basketball player of all time.
This is the funniest nigga I know. I swear to God. This is the funniest nigga I know.
Funny how? Yeah, like a clown?
Hey,
you trying to make me laugh? Or I make you laugh?
No. Hey, seriously.
Or funny style?
I'm funny? I'm funny how?
Funny you? Or funny style, Flea? You know how New Yorkers talk. We funny to us is funny.
You know, we got to make sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass the ball to Flea in 30 seconds because he just got up here, and I love to hear what he has to say about this. But in all seriousness, the New York Knicks will, in one swoop, fix LeBron James' whole legacy. All the nastiness that's going on in LA, he did this in Miami, and this won't none of that matter if he wins a championship in New York. Now, I'm gonna leave on this note. Did y'all ever see the movie 7?
Yes. Oh yeah, super classic.
Do y'all remember the end when Brad Pitt was? It was almost like he was holding himself from shooting the guy, and he was like,
"Yeah, yeah."
That's how I would feel if LeBron James won us a championship.
Restraining himself from executing, son.
So I'll be restraining myself from being happy. Right. So you know how I want to celebrate, but it's like, Flea, the floor is yours. But just real quick, I totally agree. No matter how I feel about LeBron, he's a great player. He's a very smart guy. And there's no way in the world him and his team is not thinking about this. We are ready. And I really think they are sitting there trying to figure out how can we pull this off. But remember, Flea, if it happens, you have to win. See, that's the part. This ain't 6, 7, 8 years ago where you have 2, 3, 4 years to get it done. No. You have to win that same season you get here. To me, that's the part him and his team is trying to figure out. Like, yo, if we go there and don't win, the blowback pulls from that. Bruh. So for me, it's got to be careful. But I think, my opinion, I always said this, whatever superstar wants to come here and win a championship, that'll be the smartest move for their career all time. All time.
Flea, my brother.
My brother in Christ.
How do you feel about
keep playing with the babies, man?
I'm sorry.
Hold on. He's a believer.
I am.
Hey, hold on, Fabian. This man, the last 3, 4 days, this man has been diabolical, bro.
It's 3 or 4 days. Hold on. First of all, the last 964 days he's been diabolical. Where have you been at, AllBall?
Are we having a bad effect on our brother? Like I don't want to be blamed for that.
No. No.
Look, see, look. Now I'm doing shit like you.
You ain't never catch me on the camera like that, right? Oh shit.
Flea, I'm
Yo.
never taking credit for your diabolicalness.
Yo,
How do you feel? How do you feel about AllBall being LeBron's brother? Is Bron's keeper?
Yo, let me tell you something. I had to get used to who my OG is. I had to get used to how he behaves, his mannerisms, how he flows on the day-to-day, right? I had to get used to this shit. Because let me tell you something. When I first met this brother, I would get off the phone and I'd be losing my mind. Because I'm like, he was over there. Now he's over here. Now he's back here. What is wrong with this nigga? Can I deal with this nigga? And over the years, I've realized this nigga's a genius. He's a genius. He's a smart individual. He knows what he's doing. 48 hours ago.
That wasn't
This
me.
nigga, huh?
That was AI. That wasn't me.
Yeah, you was in a different spot. Backgrounds was different. Wi-Fi was different. Need to go back there. Matter of fact. But anyway, like I said, 48 hours ago, it was, I don't want to have nothing to do with him. Get him out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all were here the other day, I said Mitchell Robinson. Who else did I say? Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges.
Oh.
No, Mikal Bridges. I said those three guys. Would you trade them for LeBron James? I got a real slow response from the brother in the middle of the screen. A slow response. It was no response first. Go back to no response. Now this brother is talking about.
Please, let me cut you off. Now that we picked up John Clarkson and I told you I named him the guy that dunked on LeBron. Pack them three niggas up. You was talking.
Niggas up. You see this nigga? Do y'all see this nigga? That is my man.
Hey, Fabian, pack them niggas up.
The nigga said, Josh Hart, he dirt. Pack these niggas up, man. Pack them up. Nah, man. Listen. All seriousness, though. If you were anywhere like OG is, about LeBron James, about his Knicks, just about everything, right? If you are anything like him, then you will understand that Alan Hahn did everything he could just now to convince him and the rest of the New York Knicks faithful on why we need LeBron James on the team. That was a masterclass in convincing the New York Knicks fan base that we need LeBron James, that we should do it. He went from farewell tour in New York City. So just can you imagine the 41 home games if he announces, I'm playing in the Garden, I'm going to go to New York, and it's my last year. So it's my last year, and I'm going to play in the Garden. So imagine what 41 home games are going to look like next season. Then he said, the East ain't shit. I think he ain't lying about that, right? I think we all agree on the East ain't shit right now. There's no favorite right now. Giannis is pissed. Y'all saw the post and delete? He put the two fingers up and then deleted this shit. He's pissed right now about everything that's going on right now. Indiana, obviously, tough break in the NBA Finals. Every other team in the Eastern Conference right now is like, we could knock on the door. We could make something happen. So if we bring LeBron James through the door, I agree with you, OG. We have to win. This is not an experiment. This is not a clout chasing thing. This is not a put eyes on New York City. We already, like you always say, we New York City. We don't need LeBron James to be, covered and talked about and shit like that. He don't need to come here for us to be, the talk of the town. But if that does happen, right, we become the top of every sports talk show in America. The back page we own, we might own the front page of that motherfucker. You might go and pick up the Daily News, the New York Post, and we might be on the front and back, right? It just changes everything. But winning is everything with that. It ain't like a couple years ago when he's going to LA and he got an opportunity to take some time to win. It ain't like going to Miami and you don't have no rings and you like, D-Wade, how do we figure out this thing? How do we win? Right? You coming through the door with the 4 championships. You coming through the door 10 straight times to the NBA Finals. You coming through the door as some people's GOAT. You coming through the door as a guy that's played 23 years in the league. You coming through the door as the genius, the highest IQ in the NBA. You coming through the door as that guy. With all that coming through the door, we got to win. We got to flat out win. Ain't no like, yo, the Knicks are great to watch. We won 60 games. Kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck about no regular season. We got to win. So, Alan Hahn, yeah, you pumped me up. You have no idea how hard it was for me to be quiet in that moment. You had me pumped. But he come over here, y'all. He got to win. He got to win. Flat out.
But
I don't even know. I don't even know if him and whatever we got to give up, I don't even know if that creates a winning culture. But
the AllBall of the day asked you specifically. So if you don't know, do you make the move?
I mean, if LeBron James comes knocking on your door and he's still playing at a high level, how do you close the door on him? If you're any of the 29 other NBA teams, how do you do that? If he's limping around, if he's showing, signs of wearing down, he can't muster it up, and he can't, right? We see that when it gets towards the end of the season, when it's late in the season, right? We see that. So it's no lie that's happening. But at the same time, you go back and he's still an All-NBA third-team member, right? He's already still a top 15 guy in the league. He still could get you 25, 8-8 in his sleep, right? You put that on our team, I don't know what that looks like, but I tell you this, and I don't give a fuck what nobody in the comments say, nobody on this screen. LeBron James comes knocking on your door. You can't close the door on him. You can't do that. You gotta open the door and have a conversation. After the conversation, okay, then we can say, oh, this is not the best marriage. We can't rock with this. Then you close the door. But if I look through the peek hole and Savannah is standing there next to it, open that fucking door. Open that door and talk to that brother. Like, are you kidding me? So, I don't know.
Yo, boy, Flea's been on his Mark Jackson shit with my brother in Christ, Savannah. I'll knock that out the park.
I didn't say
respectfully.
That. I didn't say that.
You just said if you see outside of your peephole.
If I look out the window, if I look through the peek hole and I see, okay, if I look through the peek hole and I see Rich Paul and LeBron James, I'm opening the door. I'm just saying, if the brother's coming, he's gonna be with his wife. And if I look out and I see, you know what I mean? Open that door.
Mark Flea Jackson. That's your real name.
Big Queens. Big Queens. Big Queens.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna take it a step further.
What you got, OG?
You might have to go knocking on his door like Magic Johnson did. Listen, some people want to be courted. Some people want to feel like they're wanted. I'm gonna be honest, Flea.
MILFs are bad. I'm not courting a MILF. They bad, but I'm not courting.
Flea.
She come knock on my door, I'll knock it down, but I'm not going in court.
All right, but hear what I'm saying. Do we want to win a championship? Just all jokes aside, this is our problem, and me too, as far as Knicks fans. Do we want to win a championship? If we can get LeBron James and still have Cat, Brunson, OG, Jordan Clarkson, and then we can get some other guys, I'm gonna be honest, fellas. We're winning a championship. The problem is, and this is something that nobody is going to talk about. It's very, very difficult to play with LeBron James. He's a rock star. So Brunson and Cat has to remember, if LeBron gets here, y'all take a back seat. The headlines is not yours no more. The ball isn't in your hands all the time no more. You're not, remember, it's not MVP chance for Brunson no more. It's not Cat is the greatest big man and all that bullshit. It's the LeBron James show. Can guys put their egos to the side to win a championship? To me, that's something that nobody wants to talk about. And that's what LeBron James brings when he comes to your town. He is Thanos. I'm sorry, Fabian. He's Thanos. When Thanos was in the Avengers, you know what he made you realize? Holy shit, Iron Man in them ain't shit. It's about Thanos. And I love Iron Man. Funny, charismatic, great character. But every scene with Thanos, he made you forget about all the Avengers. That's LeBron James. And if our guys can put that to the side, we'll win a championship. But I think that right there is the main reason why it's difficult for LeBron James to stay in one place. Listen, bro, he sucks the air, pulls out of everything. Bro, he is the biggest entity in the world at this point. It's just what it is. He's the biggest star in all sports. Now, with the soccer thing, that's countries. But in our baseball, basketball, football, hockey, LeBron James walks in the door, all the attention is on him. I don't care who else is in the room, whether it's Tom Brady. Listen, the only person that has that aura is Michael Jordan, and he isn't playing anymore. I think that's something that's legit about LeBron James that you also have to worry about. Also, Fabian, whoever's the coach, you can forget about it. You ain't the coach no more. So, for me, also, LeBron James, Mike Brown, once again, that, divorce and marriage. So I think it's far-fetched. I think, it's just now social media clicks, back page, front page stuff. But I think if I'm LeBron James, which I'm not, I don't have the complexion or the height or anything, right? But if I'm LeBron James, I am thinking about it because I think this will cement his legacy to the point where, I'm going to be honest, it's him and Jordan, and there's nobody else to talk about ever. It will be him and Jordan for the next 50 years if LeBron James wins a title in New York City. And I think he knows that. But, Flea, great point. You have to win. And that right there is what a whole is all back. Because I don't think he knows for a fact. Like I said, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, LeBron James comes, Fabian automatically win. You can book it. You can stamp it. But now, going on 41, 23 years, what? Is it worth taking a shot at it? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I think you made a great point when you brought up LeBron gets here or goes anywhere. He takes the air out of the room and gets all the attention. And the two things that I always say about this team, about Karl-Anthony Towns, comparing Karl-Anthony Towns to Porzingis, the closer you get Karl-Anthony Towns to being your third or fourth best player, the better you get. That's any team. The closer you get Jalen Brunson to being your second best player, you're automatically better. And I'm not saying Bron's going to be our best player, but I think LeBron is maybe, when I say the number 3 option, he should be your third most impactful player because he's just too old. But there are nights that we've seen where it's like, yo, damn, he's looking like the MVP. That's crazy, right? So when you got a guy like that out there, usually it does cause turmoil. But Jalen Brunson has shown he can play alongside anybody, let you get your shine, and he's okay with it. He turned down $100 million. He played alongside Luka Doncic, Julius Randle. These are two different personality types, one-on-one players, and they are known to be difficult. And Jalen Brunson had no problem being second in command or taking over as first in command. And if LeBron becomes first in command, which he has to be, nobody on the Knicks can tell LeBron James what to do really on the court like that. I want them to push back. I want Rick Brunson to be in there and push back as well because he seems like he's tough. But that's the one thing that we just said we were missing. The only veteran guy that was on OKC was Caruso. Really? Championship guy. Now he has 2, even though he thinks he's kind of one on the low. He made fun of himself. I'm quoting him. Don't come attack me, y'all. But also, along with the fact that Jalen Brunson, our star, is willing to play alongside any star, let's not forget the Lakers just got sold for $10 billion. The Knicks were worth more than the Lakers a couple months ago. How much more do you think we're worth if LeBron comes here and wins a ring? Just the thought of that. Him calling Leon Rose, speaking, he's going to have to talk to James Dolan. You know how much I put through that gate? You know how much more viral we're going to be? It's going to be more than everything else. And for the sake of winning, I'm going to give you my farewell tour. I'm going to announce this is my last season. Everything Alan Hahn said is what we've been saying. It's what we've been saying. Because actually, Flea's been preaching about the farewell tour for like three years now. Remember, he's holding that farewell tour like a carrot dangling over the Lakers' head. And now his trump card gotta be, where else can I get my farewell tour at? You can't go to Houston. Houston's up and coming. They're about to be a championship contender. You can't go to OKC. We're gonna laugh at you. The only place you can go and win is what we've been saying, where the big ear Joe Namath has been celebrated for 60 years. The Big Apple. There's no way he can do this, and we got the fan base that he can win over to make up for the fan base that doesn't like him anymore in LA. They never liked him over there. But all ball, very similar to LeBron. Flip-floppers. The king flip-flop himself, LeBron, just 2 weeks ago said rings don't matter. Then 2 weeks later, he said, I want a new contract and I want to win. Rings matter. Come to New York, the home of the flip-flop. We'll embrace you, LeBron. I know yesterday, AllBall already told y'all that was AI. That shit was all fake, man. You come to the town, we gonna hold you down, baby Bubba. Don't worry about Mike. We got you, baby. Flea, I see you making faces, man. What happened, man?
No, we got to get over this thing about LeBron's not a number one option no more. Like, there's three guys that we talk about in NBA history. And those three guys, I don't care what era they played in, what age they are not number 2 or 3 options. Mike, at no point in his career, was going to be a second option. Neither was Kobe, and neither is LeBron James. So wherever he goes, he is not going to be some guy that you park in the corner. Like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to help us win. That doesn't do anything for us. So all this talk about he ain't going to have no choice but to be the second or third option. In theory, that sounds good. But if we're bringing him in, he got to help us win. It just is what it is. He ain't going to stand around and watch Jalen Brunson pound the rock. That ain't what we bringing him in there for. He ain't going to stand around and watch Karl-Anthony Towns hoist threes all night. That's not what we bringing him here for. So this thing about we are a better team if he's the 4th or 5th or 10th option. I know people exaggerating, but no, he's going to have to be a vital piece. If we bring him here, he's going to have to be a vital piece of what we do, whether we like it or not. So it's not. We go ahead.
I've never heard anybody say that but me, and I've always said that because he's 40 years old, and I'm only saying that because it's not. You can't game.
OG says it all the time about even back to Anthony Davis. Give the keys up to Anthony Davis. Give the keys up to Luka. On any basketball court, LeBron James ain't giving no keys up. But that's the difference. That's where we got to break this down so I can think you can understand what I'm saying. The number one option on the basketball court is usually referred to the guy who is the go-to scorer, the guy who these plays revolve around primarily, and then everything else breaks down after that, and we get the ball. And then whoever gets the ball, if you get the spot up shot, whatever. But the number one playmaker, second playmaker, the guys who make things happen is not necessarily the number one option. Carmelo Anthony was a number one option, but he wasn't the number one playmaker. Michael Jordan was both. LeBron James at his peak was both. A lot of everybody in our GOAT conversations are probably both. But LeBron being 40, we can't give us 82 games like that. If he was to come here or any team he's on, he can't go 82 games like he used to. He does take off. He takes off on defense all the time. And yet I still see him performing on defense. I've seen him lock up Kawhi. I've seen him lock up Brunson when it matters most. But he understands the game. His biggest influence or impact on any team is his experience, knowledge, and just he has the physicality to execute what he knows already. So the number one option thing, I don't want to get that confused
because a number one option is a number one option for 82 games regular season and another 28 in possibly in the playoffs, right? He can't do that. He's 40.
Fabian, everybody knows I'm not a LeBron James fan. Bro, you are out your mind. LeBron James come to the Knicks, he's the number one option, bro. It's like, it's not even, and this is why we will not get caliber players like that, because of the mindset we all have. Bro, there's no way in the world he comes here and he's a second or third option. You gotta think about it. He now all over again has his Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love and Jalen Brunson and Cat. Now, I'm not saying that they're
saying a lot. You saying a lot right there. Go ahead. I'm not saying that, I'm not comparing Kyrie and Jalen Brunson. I'm not saying Brunson is, I'm not saying that. No,
I'm just saying
you just set up with that statement right there. That's saying
right.
A lot.
LeBron James, remember, he likes playing with guards like that can score, right? And then he likes big men that are versatile. Remember, Cat don't have no problem staying in the corner, stay on punk guys in the corner and hit shots. So for me, I'm just saying there's no way in the world LeBron James is going to go anywhere, briefly, and be the number 2, number 3 option. I think if he comes here, for one, what do we need, y'all? A better ball. We need another ball handler. He's that. What do we need? What do I always say? Our basketball IQ as a basketball team, to me, is terrible. What does he bring? A high basketball IQ. So for me, that third option thing, Fabian, I 100% disagree. I don't think he comes here and not be the number one option. That's not going to happen.
I just finished saying that he would make Cat the third or fourth option on a lot most nights. That's what I just finished saying. So a lot of nights he does look like the number one option. But you're trying to convince me that he's gonna be a number one option for 82 games. You're dead wrong. That's not what he does. He's not the number one scoring option every night. He'll be too tired. He knows exactly how to drag that body around for 80 games. He rests for 2 weeks at a time. How many vacations he takes every season? In his prime, he took vacations. So imagine that 40. Again, I think we're saying similar things, but if he's going to be the vocal leader, the face of the franchise, he wants that. Brunson will let him have that. But it pushes Brunson to the side a little bit, relieves him of ball handling and all that. But I don't know if he's necessarily the crunch time guy. The Kyrie, Kevin Love comparison was perfect because that's exactly how you want it. Because regardless of how you feel about whether Brunson is better than Kyrie, we know Cat's better than Kevin Love, and especially the way he can open up the floor for LeBron James at this time. The greatest big man shooter of all time. So I think we're getting the number one option thing confused. I've never heard of a number one option playing halfway for 82 game season. I don't see that.
Before you cook, I'm just 10 seconds. I don't know if Cat is better now. Kevin Love, of course, Cleveland, his whole road changed. But Kevin Love, Minnesota, I don't know if Cat is better than that. I'm just being honest with you. We got that discussion another day. But when guys play with LeBron, their whole road changed. Just like Chris Bosh, we seen what he was going to ascend to in Toronto, but of course he went to Miami. His whole game changed, but he won championships. But I don't know if Kevin Love is not better than Cat.
Okay, so that's fine, even if you don't think so. But Cat can spot up shoot way better than Kevin Love. He can do what he needs to stretch for to do. You disagree with that?
Did Kevin Love win a 3-point contest?
Well, so did Cat.
All right, no.
I forgot about that.
No, what I'm saying is we can't just flat out say Kevin Love can knock that thing down now. I'm just saying.
And I'm saying Cat does it better. And I'm saying that Kevin Love's a great player. He was a great player. But they're similar in Minnesota where neither one made the playoffs and shit like that. Cat is a bona fide scorer as well. I think he has, I'll say, more intricate ways to score. Kevin Love's a better post-up player. He had more moves in the post. But even then, Cat is, I don't even know how that's really a conversation.
What's a conversation? If Kevin Love is as good as Cat is what we asking right now?
He's saying Kevin Love is better. I wouldn't even argue that.
I wouldn't use the word better, but it's easy to have the recency bias now and look at what Kevin Love is right now. But if you watch Kevin Love at his peak of who Kevin Love was at his peak, I watched him give Amari Stoudemire, us, 30 and 30. I was watching that night. 30 and 30. I was watching. That's regular. That wasn't just an anomaly. That was regular. So, like, I mean, I know he's not in his prime anymore. Like, so we just comparing just for the conversation, but I don't know about just flat out better. Like, I don't know about all of that.
All right,
like,
so we could deliberate some other time.
That could be another conversation for another day.
But the dynamic is right. It's an older version of LeBron with this newfound version of the Kyrie and Kevin Love. It is very similar.
It is, but I just think LeBron is at a different space in his career. The load that Kyrie Irving had to carry in that 2016 finals, y'all forget, like, it wasn't like a light load, right? We talking about game 6, they had 40 balls apiece, right? Was that game 6 or game 5? Whatever that was, they had 40 balls apiece, and that's it. Like, you know, obviously he hit that shot in game 7, but he was phenomenal that entire series. I mean, that entire playoffs. So we would have to have Brunson be on that level. Is Brunson capable of being on that level? For sure.
But that's a great point.
The level that Kyrie plays with, not who Kyrie is, but on that level for sure.
But scoring wise, that's why I think Brunson can do that. I think he can do that. But can LeBron do what he did? But LeBron was destroying. He led the whole series in every single stat. Right. So when we talk about LeBron being a number one option, that's not number one option to me. It's going to be very hard for him to go in a 7-game series after an 82-game regular season to be anywhere near that. That's when I see not number one option.
This nigga's asking for a month off before the
play. But just real quick. Also, what LeBron does, I don't want to forget. That's why I want to say this. But also, remember, LeBron is now opening the floor. Now Brunson can go one-on-one. He can't get double teamed. Remember, OG, Bridges, you can guard them guys straight up. With LeBron on the floor with you, listen, you can't leave him out. So now Brunson gets to operate like how Kyrie operated, one-on-one. And you know what happens when he got you one-on-one. That's damn near a bucket every time. So I just think LeBron here is just so many things that is a positive. And I think it's little negative. Like I said, I don't care if a motherfucker take off for money at this point. If we win a championship, that's all it's about. Flea, you said it 100% correct. Have to win. None of that shit matters if you win. But if you take off, if you bullshit around, if you this, if you that, and you don't win, you talk about legacies taking a hit. Flea, is it worth the cost?
I mean, at this point, he a nigga that's running around here, and I agree with him the other day. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. But me and you were going back and forth about, you know, what does it mean when your legacy takes a hit, or what does a bad legacy? And I didn't understand, right? And I still, to a certain degree, don't really agree with, once the legacy is cemented, it can't be touched, right? In terms of sports, right? But if this dude comes here and he loses, that's rough. That's rough. Now, don't get me wrong. It ain't like he would be doing something out of the ordinary, because we've been losing. So it ain't like he would just be a part of the losing lineage of the New York Knicks. But that's why it elevates it so much if he does win. We're talking about a championship in New York City that LeBron James has something to do with.
What y'all know, I
like saying that, it ups it, man.
What movie or show this is from, where he said, is the juice worth the squeeze?
It's the old saying.
Right. With LeBron James, is the juice worth the squeeze? Hear me out. Imagine LeBron James comes here and loses in the second round of the conference finals or the first round. Bro, that's something you have to think about.
Stuff that he did in LA. So I understand what you're saying. That's the type of shit that's been happening in LA for the last few years. So,
and as a number one option, right?
All ball suckers.
Oh man, what?
Big Flea, the fucking biggest, y'all. The biggest. Yo, all the new,
ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Fabian. Hold on. All the new people here, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody's tapped in. Looks like we got over 600 people in the building. We're streaming on a bunch of different channels, man. This shit is super dope. I would be remiss if I didn't be who I am and notice the goofies in the chat. Let me address y'all for 30 seconds real quick. I know my brothers don't like when I do this, but I ain't been here all day, so I'm gonna get you niggas. I'm not even gonna give y'all names because you niggas is corny. But anybody in the comments that's new here and don't understand who these three brothers are, our chemistry, who we are, and what we do, get the fuck out of here, respectfully. And anybody else that continues to love us, stay. We love y'all. It's all love. As you were saying, my brother.
Flea Pac is somebody else, man. If you
These
want to
niggas don't think I be saying shit. These niggas don't think I be saying shit.
Listen.
Everything.
And after both of my brothers say, fuck the people in the chat that don't rock with us, I'm gonna say, hit the like button, share, like, and subscribe. I don't know what they talking about. Hit that like button, share, like, and subscribe, man. Come on, man. Listen, all jokes aside, big shout out to everybody in the chat. This is what we love to do. And to all the new people that's, you know, gonna see us a lot more. Listen, man, we all love the game of basketball. We are in love with the game of basketball. We know what we talk about, but we also like to have fun. We also like to have fun, but big shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate everybody showing love. But hit that like button, share, like, and subscribe, man. And big shout out Lamar, man, FYF Sports, man, for showing love as well, man. Big shout out to that brother.
Definitely. Corey Lee, appreciate you for your $2. Ringlee's brothers returns to the garden. LBJ. Get the fuck out of here. Hold up. I seen a super sticker.
Hey, listen, everybody say that shit now till y'all see me in the garden. Like, yo, how can I get in there? Because that shit is going to be a zoo. They're going to put all 82 games on TV.
What's up, Mom?
Hey, Mom. Thank you for your $9.99.
$9.99.
Yo, my aunt told my cousins, because they put her on to the channel. They were like, yo, why does the guy in the middle look like more like Raymond than Raymond? I guess because of the beard. Galvatron. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your $1.99. Appreciate that. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Click the links in the chat. That's how you show us love too, by the way. When you click that, the sponsors see it. The people over there see it. They see the ABTV name, the AllBall TV name going through their algorithms. They say, yo, hold on. Who are these dudes? Why we keep getting the AllBall TV flow? Yeah, that's what we do. Everywhere we go. 600 people in the building. How many y'all got? Doesn't matter. What Flea just told you. What AllBall just told you. Hit that like button.
So now what you're telling me is Kevin Durant is in Houston and he upped the numbers on the prices for the tickets. LeBron James goes to New York, he ups the prices. Now when we want to get together to go to games, we're going to have to come out of our pockets. Or the first year that we want to get y'all down here for a Houston Rockets game with the Knicks, Braun is going to be on the Knicks and Kevin Durant is on the Rockets, and we're going to have to spend an arm and a leg. That's nasty, yo. Get us out of here, man.
Listen, hold on. Listen, big shout out to my man Marlo. The price of the brick went up, nigga.
It went up, baby. It went up.
That's it. What you gonna do? Price of the brick went up.
It's big business, kid. What's your man's name? The owner that owns the Platarada, whatever it's called?
Fertitta.
I'll let your man play. Fertitta.
Hey, LeBron, I know you don't want to be dealing with Kevin Durant over there in Houston. Come over to the east side, baby.
Now the nigga wants him. You a
big apartments in the sky.
Suckers? You a sucker.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.